tell us when it took a turn. I mean, you were already experiencing abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, but those are all things that like you could possibly question. Like there's still like a question of, is it them? Is it me? Right? So when did it take a turn where you were like, what, life changed?
Well, what happened is this is someone that, you know, would always go away for work, right? And when he wasn't working, he didn't drink, he didn't go out. He just wanted to play his Xbox as much as he possibly could, right? And what happened was it was one night, he came back late, I was going around my day, and then it got to about 11 o'clock at night and he went to bed. And I had just so much anxiety. And I think as women, not saying that men don't either, but women have this intuition, right?
I agree.
It's really strong. It's a lot stronger, right? And I just had this intuition, something's not right, you know? And a couple of days before, I actually went through to his family's home to ask for help and ask, something's not right. Can you guys please help me? Am I crazy? Because I think we have this assumption, right? That I'm crazy. I'm the problem.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, again.
And they will tell you that you are. They'll tell you it's you,
yeah.
that you're the problem, that you're crazy, that you're toxic, that you are too emotional, you are over the top, you need to give them peace, give them space. This is all you.
Yeah, and you know, the only person from that family is my sister-in-law, Natalie. She's been my absolute guardian angel through all of this. I just want to mention her. Because even that day she was at the family's house and she was like, no. Listen to her. Something's not right. And she's had my back from then all the way through all of this, all the way through all my healing and my trauma, right? Yeah. So I went there, done that. So this one night we'll go back. So around about 11 o'clock at night, he goes to bed. I can't sleep. I have the worst anxiety, this horrible intuition in my tummy. And so I went to the kitchen. So the way that our house is 4 bedroom, 3 bath. And we had a room at the back of the house, the front of the house. He had like his drum room where he played his games, all his stuff was there, and there was a bathroom there. Next to that was the kitchen, right? So we were at the back of the house, our bedroom. So I go to the kitchen, I'm starting making meal plans for him for the week, right? Just again, overachieving, overdoing things, right? And I needed to use the restroom. I didn't want to wake him. So I go into the restroom that's attached to his kind of drum room, and he had this Apple Watch and it kept lighting up. And by this point, it's midnight. And it kept lighting up. And I thought, who's messaging him at this time? And you know, I've always went into relationships with trust. Like I feel like I've never wanted to look at someone's phone. I'd never looked at his phone. I'd never looked at his belongings because I feel like that's his. And what's mine's mine.
And that's healthy.
It is healthy because I feel like, listen, you can't control someone, right? You try and control someone, right? It's not going to work. Someone's going to do what they're going to do regardless of how much pressure you put on someone. It's how you react to the situation that's most important.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So that's why I always was like, no, I never want to have that type of relationship. Relationships are, you know, it's 2 people coming together. It's not to control someone. It's not conservativeship. Right? So I never did. But this Apple Watch is lighting up. It's right in front of me. I didn't even know his code to his phone. That's how serious I was about this. And I just went, oh, fuck it. Just something went, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I went onto his Apple Watch and I just put in his birthday and it opened up.
Wow.
And the message that I read, I will never forget word by word this message. And it was, he said, thanks for meeting me for lunch today. And she wrote, thanks for filling me up in the AT&T employee parking lot.
An asshole.
Right?
So gross.
Wow.
And I'm like, did he put gas in her car? Just looking thinking stupid,
at AT&T?
Right? Parking lot. And I'm like, wait, was there a gas station there? Like,
yeah, you're trying to rationalize it at that point.
Right?
I get it.
So then what happened is I go through and read the messages. Oh. And I went, oh my God, this happened at 12 o'clock today. In his car. In a parking lot.
What happened?
So what happened is at that point, I knew my life was about to change because I already made that decision for myself. I don't want to know why you done it. I don't want to hear how you done it, why you done it, if you did it, if you didn't. It happened.
Yeah.
So how am I reacting to it? I knew that was it, done.
You read those messages and it was clearer than day.
You know, I was ready to lose my green card. I was ready to lose my dogs that I love, my home that I built, my business, my whole life, my friends that I have out here, right? Rather than lose my dignity and lose, you know, like I can't go through my life accepting that. I can't do it.
And your life was at risk at that point.
Exactly. So what happened is the adrenaline's obviously going through me. I'm trying to calm myself down because I'm like, I'm about to lose everything here. I'm about to lose everything. And that was a horrible, upset reaction as well. I walked down the corridor, opened the door to our bedroom, and I stood against the wall. He was still sleeping. I woke him up and I said, you need to leave. And I went, get up, get out. And no emotion, no nothing. And I went, you need to leave. I've just read your messages. Like, get out. Like, get out of the house now. And this is the reaction I got. He went, like, yawned. He went,
Right, like cavalier.
and went, no.
Wow.
Like this, looked at me, no.
That is terrifying.
And I'm like, no, you need to get out.
Yeah.
Like, leave. Like, leave. Right? And, you know, I started off calm and I did shout at the end and I went, get out of the fucking house. And this is traumatizing, but he just launched straight across the bed, grabbed his hand against my face, and just continuously kept smashing my head off the wall.
It's okay.
Take your time. You're fine.
It's okay.
Take a breath. You're good. There's no rush.
Strong.
It's all right. Whenever you're ready. It's not.
That's right.
You're good.
And I had like a hair clip behind my back of my head that was completely shattered. I mean, you have to remember this is a drummer. The strength of a drummer's arm against my face and hitting my head off the back of the wall. I mean, I was definitely concussed. I was like, what just happened? My whole body froze. Like he's never lifted his hand to me before.
Right.
Right.
It's not like I'm saying, oh, I've been abused. I've been physically abused. I've never been abused by him. But it was like this mask came off.
Yeah. Because
He'd
he
been
was
caught.
caught in something he couldn't deny.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is someone that is a complete and utter sociopath.
Well, he knew he was about to lose it all.
And, you know, and like, I think he was thinking he could get away with so much, and he had been for so long
Right.
that he now got caught. But yeah, I think as a natural reaction, you would think someone would be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, let me make this up to you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got my head smashed against the wall.
He knew.
And so, you know, to this day, I've never had an apology.
Unbelievable.
I've had no remorse to what happened to me that day. That happened. I then contacted his family. I contacted his mum. I was told to calm down. Tomorrow's a new day. That's what my reaction was from that family.
Wow.
And
Like they just expected you to just get over it.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, and then I ended up looking to see where he was because we have cameras and I couldn't see where he was. He'd never left the house.
So he finally left after that incident.
No. I mean, I know the times off by heart happened on the time. 2 minutes past they were. 4 minutes past is when I messaged his family, his mother. I messaged my other friend asking for help. I wanted to get her husband to come and help me because I was now panicking for my
Yeah.
life.
Sure.
He never left until 34 minutes past they were. So he was in the house for a long time.
What was he doing? Just
He was on the couch getting ready to go to bed.
Jesus.
So when I went round there, said to him, get out, like get out of the house. Like my face was all starting to swell up. There's marks on the wall, my hair clip shattered, and I just can't believe the cheating. And then now you've just assaulted me. I've never been in a school fight before, let me tell you that.
And he's just sitting on the couch, completely calm.
Completely
like nothing
calm.
ever happened.
And just saying, I hate you.
Awesome.
And then I went to go and we have a car that we have together. I ran over to the front door to take the keys off of the car. And he ran after me and he went up to come down and to punch me. So there was no remorse at all because he was about to do it for a second time,
Right.
but missed. And at that point, I grabbed my dogs, ran back to my room, locked the door, and I threatened to call the police. At that,
Good.
he got a couple of belongings and he left. Now, the interesting part, I'm going to
For the record, I'm very sorry that happened to you. And as a man, if I could, I'd wipe them off the face of the earth.
Amen.
Every one of them.
Amen.
You know, and then what happened afterwards was when my whole world just crumbled. So, well, my whole world crumbled at that point.
Yeah.
Right? Because I knew, like, I've never spoke or seen that boy since. Except from court situations, obviously.
Right.
So I go into his room and I start packing up his clothes. It's like, you can't go to sleep. I've been through so much trauma. I'm concussed as well, right? And I found a spare phone. And so I charged the phone, it's dead. And the next day, well, it was the same day because going into the morning, but wow, that's all I'm going to tell you.
What did you find on there besides the obvious?
Well, you know, there was in his notes, it said important information.
Okay.
All his passwords for all his devices.
Wow. So you found everything.
Everything. I stopped at 20 men and women.
Men and women. Really?
And I won't be mentioning names. Yeah. Some of them were for money.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
he was getting prostitutes and escorts?
He was
getting paid? Or really?
He was getting paid?
He was getting paid. Wow.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Your husband was getting paid for sexual favors?
And making videos and
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, it was shocking to me to find out that. And then there was all these other lies that just came to play and came alight, and just reading the messages from, you know, men and women and just being like, who the hell did I marry?
Must
Yeah.
have been surreal.
Who the hell did I marry?